Okay, so now let's continue our discussion on the properties of Laplace transform. We are now in the third property, which is the second shifting property. So if the Laplace of f of t is equal to f of s and g of t is equal to f of t minus a at where t is greater than a and 0 at t is less than a, then the Laplace of g of t is equal to e raised to negative as times f of s. So to further understand, more, let's try example number 1. So example number 1 is g of t is equal to, this is t minus 1 squared at t is greater than 1, and the second function is 0 at t is less than 1. So gagawin natin is the long method as our solution muna. Okay, so this is equal to the integral of e raised to negative st times the function t minus 1 squared dt, limits from 1 to infinity, plus the integral of e raised to negative st times 0 dt, limits from 0 to 1. So this will cancel out since yung function natin is multiplied to 0. So this is 0. So we are left with this function alone. So mag-let u muna tayo. Gaya ng ginagawa natin when we integrate. So let u be equal to t minus 1. So your t is equal to, when we transpose negative 1 into the right side, this will be equal to u plus 1. Then your dt will now be equal to du. And then if t is equal to 1, therefore yung u is equal to 0. And if t is equal to infinity, our u is equal to infinity. That's why yung limits natin dito, pwede nating palitan ng 0 and infinity pag napalitan na natin, pag pinalitan na natin yung function natin with respect to u. Okay? So, dito, this will be equal to the integral of e raised to negative s. Tapos, what is t? That is u plus 1. And then, t minus 1 is u. So, this will be equal to u squared du. Si dt yan. dt is equal to du. And then, limits from 0 to infinity. Since when t is equal to 1, u is equal to 0. And when t is equal to infinity, u is equal to infinity. Okay? So, pwede na tayong mag-proceed to integration. Ay, hindi pa pala. Let's simplify further itong exponential function natin. So, i-recall nyo yung, this is su minus s, since negative s times 1 is s. And then u squared du. Limits from 0 to infinity. Now, recall nyo yung properties of exponent na if they have the same base, you can add, and the operation is multiplication, you can add the exponents. So, yun yung gagawin natin. However, pabaliktad lang. So, this will be equal to e raised to negative su, tapos e raised to negative s. And then u squared du, limits from 0 to infinity. So, yung e raised to s na to is treated as constant. So, i-isolate natin siya. So, e raised to negative s times the integral of e raised to negative su u squared du, limits from 0 to infinity. So from there, let us recall na yung general formula natin for Laplace transform is equal to the integral of e raised to negative st and then f of t dt, limits from 0 to infinity, is equal to, this is equal to the Laplace of f of t. Okay. So from there, kukunin lang natin yung Laplace of f of t. But in this case, yung Laplace of f of t natin is the Laplace of f of u. Kasi with respect to u tayo. So we can rewrite this one. This is equal to e raised to negative s times e raised to negative s u. No. Wait. Can you write this as times the Laplace of f of u squared. Ayan. So this is our working equation now. Ito, si e raised to negative su is when we are in terms of t, this is e raised to negative st. Okay? So e raised to negative st yan. So this is fu squared. So when we apply Laplace transform dito, this will be equal to e raised to negative s times what is the Laplace transform of u squared, treating u as t, that is equal to, so this is looking at the Laplace table, Laplace transform table, yung n mo is 2. Okay, n is equal to 2, so this will be equal to 2 factorial over s raised to 2 plus 1. So this is equal to e raised to negative s. What is 2 factorial? That is still equal to 2. Okay, so this will be equal to 2 over s cubed. And simplifying further, this is equal to 2e raised to negative s over s cubed. So this is our final answer for example number 1 in second shifting property. Okay, so we try to solve the problem using short method. Ibig sabihin, we will not be integrating. Instead, we will be referring to the table of Laplace transforms. So, recall lang natin yung formula from the definition that the Laplace of the function g of t is equal to e raised to negative as times f of s, which is the Laplace transform of this one. Or this should be should not be g f of s, but instead this is g of s kasi g yung ginamit natin dito. So t minus a is equal to t minus 1. So yung a natin is obviously 1. Now, ang kukunin lang natin is the Laplace transform of g of t. But what is our function for g of t? That is, do you think the Laplace transform of g of t is, the function g of t is equal to t minus 1 squared, or g of t is equal to t squared? So the correct is ito lang. Si t squared lang siya. Because if you get this function, that will be g of t minus 1. Okay? So ito lang yung kailangan natin na kunin yung Laplace transform. Okay? So this is equal to e raised to negative as times the integral of e raised to negative st. And what is our g of t? That is t squared dt 0 to infinity. However, since ang gagawin natin is short method, we will be dealing with the table alone. So this is the Laplace of t squared. Ayan. So the Laplace of t squared is equal to e raised to negative as at n equal to 2 times 2 factorial over s raised to 2 plus 1. Tama? Because the Laplace transform of t raised to n is equal to n factorial over s raised to n plus 1. So from there, this will be equal to, and then palit na natin si a into 1. Since 1 yan, this will be equal to e raised to negative s na lang. Okay? and then 2 factorial is still 2, s raised to 3. So our final answer will be 2e raised to negative s over s cubed. So yung long method and short method natin got the same final answer. So pwede na gamitin mo yung long method kung masipag ka, or yung short method naman kung hindi ka masyadong hindi mo gusto masyado ang mag-integrate. Okay? So, kung alin man yung gusto mong gamitin, it is still accepted. Okay? So, that is example number 1 for second shifting property of Laplace transformation. So, we have example number 2, g of t is equal to t minus 2 squared dt, where t is greater than 2, and 0 where t is less than 2. Okay, so let's try example number 2. G of t is equal to t minus, that is t minus 2 cube dt, ay wala palang dt. That is t minus 2, t is greater than 2, and then 0, tapos t is less than 2. So, huwag na natin gawin yung long method, mag-short method na lang tayo. This is short method. So, hindi muna. Short method yung gagamitin natin, okay? So, this will be e raised to negative st times t minus 2 cube dt, limits from 2 to infinity, plus the integral of e raised to negative st times 0 dt, limits from 0 to 2. Of course, this will cancel out. This will become 0. So, we will be left with this one. So, mag-let u tayo. Let u be equal to t minus 2. And t is equal to manipulating this equation, that will be equal to u plus 2. And then dt is equal to du. Okay, so if t is equal to 2, u is equal to 0. If t is equal to infinity, then u is equal to infinity also. So from there, i-rewrite natin tong equation na to with respect to u in terms of u naman. So this will be equal to e raised to negative s. That is what is t in terms of u. That is u plus 2. And then u cube. And then du, limits from 0 to infinity. Okay, so recall ulit yung properties of exponent ninyo. This will be equal to negative su, and then e raised to negative 2s, and then u cube du. Okay, so ang ginawa natin is the long method na, 'di ba? So, sige, gawin na lang natin ulit yung long method. Nakalimutan ko kasi na short pala yung gagawin natin. Okay, so this will be, since this is constant, e raised to negative 2s, pwede natin siyang i-isolate. E raised to negative 2s, and then the integral of 0 to infinity e raised to negative su, and then u cube du. Okay, so from there, this is equal to e raised to negative 2s, and this one is the Laplace of u cube, since this is our function. The Laplace of multiplied by 2s multiplied by the Laplace of u cube. Okay, so this will be equal to e raised to negative 2s times what is the Laplace of u cube, that is 3 factorial over s raised to 3 plus 1. And this is equal to e raised to negative 2s times what is 3 factorial, that is 6. Okay, so this will be equal to 6 over s raised to 4. So our final answer is 6e raised to negative 2s over s raised to 4. So this is our final answer for the long method in example number 2. Let's try naman yung short method natin. So yung short method natin is, since ito na lang yung ano natin, gagawin natin, we can just recall ulit yung formula from the definition na the Laplace of g of t is equal to e raised to negative as and then g of s. That should be g of s, not f of s, okay? So, this will be equal to our gt. Our function g of t is equal to t cubed and our a is equal to 2. Okay, so our answer will be e raised to negative 2s since a is equal to 2 times the Laplace of g of t. Laplace of t cubed. Yan, t cubed. So this will be equal to e raised to negative 2s times 3 factorial over s raised to 2 or 3 plus 1. So this will be equal to e raised to negative 2s times 6 over s raised to 4. And our final answer will be 6e raised to negative 2s over s raised to 4. So they are still the same. Okay. So that is the third property of Laplace transformation, the second shifting property.